And hello YouTube, this is GSM Smart, and I'm today with another brand new video. And today I want to talk to you guys about something that I've been sort of wanting to bring up and sort of wanting to proceed forward with for a long time. I've just been kind of skeptical about it. A lot of people have encouraged me to make this video. A lot of people have encouraged me to start this project. So I've actually done it, but before I get into it, I just want to say some other stuff on the side that I've been working on recently. A lot of you have noticed a lot of these channel changes. We have a brand new redesign of all the channels, a new avatar, a new banner, a new end card. I took that stupid, annoying outro where I was just repeating myself constantly, saying it so fast. The amount of comments that I had telling me, oh, you should slow down your outro. You should, do a different outro. I've listened to you guys. I've realized it was a bad idea. So I've completely just taken it out, and we have a brand new end card. And the structure of the videos hasn't changed too much, but I have made small changes, I think, for the better. So we've done that, and that whole design thing took me about a good few days to do. I did have some help from someone. Someone drew me, which is the cartoon version of me that you see. Someone drew me, and they did a decent job. I didn't like some of the things, so I just completely edited myself. I changed some of the colors. I changed. My eyes looked really weird in the original picture, so I changed a lot of stuff on my face a little bit to make it look more kind of like me. And I also added, they only did like half of the shirt, so I had to draw the rest of the shirt on my own on Photoshop. So that took quite a while because I'm not that good of an artist, but I think it came out fairly well. So we had that whole thing going on. I also been working on a channel trailer, and this channel trailer you should be seeing today, right when this video is uploaded. I think I'm going to upload the channel trailer as well. If you guys would be so kind, and I would really appreciate it if you head on over to my main channel, GSM Smart. I have the channel trailer up on there. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll have an annotation on screen right now too if you want to watch that after this video, if you just want to check it out right now. It really means a lot if you check the channel trailer out and just watch it. It's only a minute and a half long. It's really only a minute because the last 30 seconds is just an end card. But if you want to check that out and give me some feedback, give me some comments, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like it? What would you do better? Do you think it's a good representation of what I do? Because that's kind of what a channel trailer is. It's supposed to represent what you do, why you do it, and who you are. I think I picked some really good clips. I really like how it came out. I've showed some of my friends that really like it. But I want to hear from you guys. Your opinion matters to me, and you guys are important. So if you want to check the channel trailer out, definitely go and do so. So I've been working on that. And I've been working on a lot of videos in the background as well. I have certain videos that I'm halfway through production. A lot of stuff for the Guild Wars 2 channel is halfway, almost there, almost done. And some of the things for the tutorials channel, I'm trying to get my skills up on a specific tutorial that I want to do. And the music channel is always a hard thing to upload because it takes a really long time. But I'm trying to get in contact with someone to do a cover with me, so we'll see how that goes. And the vlogging channel is just been just my thoughts, my opinions. I've been having a lot of things to talk about on there, so I've been uploading a bit more on there. But I try to tend to upload a lot for the bigger channels a bit more because there's a lot more people watching, and some of them may expect videos a lot quicker. So yeah, and the advice channel is still steadily growing, sort of in the same boat as the vlogging channel. It's rather small still, but yeah, you guys don't know how long it takes to make these videos. Some days I'll be sitting there for a good 11, 12, 13 hours just editing and recording. Sometimes it can be a lot, but I think it's really worthwhile because I love creating this content for you guys. I love getting feedback. I've been doing YouTube now for I think 6 years. Not until about a year and a half ago though did I actually take it really serious because I really enjoy what I was doing. Ever since about a year and a half ago, I've been trying to upload every day, trying to upload consistently on all 4 channels, or well, I guess 5 channels, but I don't really count the music channel that much because I don't really upload on it that much or at all even. So I've been getting really serious about this, and for those of you who may not know, and I guess this is just a really big preamble for what I actually want to talk about, but I just want to give you guys the background because I think it's important. For those of you who may not know, and for those of you who watch my vlogging channel, you may know, I used to work at another job as well back in February. I worked there for about 2 years, maybe even close to 3 years. But back in March, they actually had to shut the place down and basically all its employees were either relocated or they basically just got fired. And I was one of those unfortunate souls that wasn't able to get relocated, and I basically didn't have a job. So I've been, searching for other jobs in the meantime, but I've been really skeptical. Maybe do I want to go full time with this whole YouTube thing? I've been really trying to get to it. I've been trying really hard with it. I really enjoy this type of stuff, Back when I was going to school last semester, I'll tell you, every morning I would be up at 8 o'clock on the bus going to university, and I would be on my phone checking the comments, replying to the comments. Comments is something you guys may not know, but it really means a lot to me, comments. I really appreciate those, because if you notice, a lot of my content revolves around helping people. A lot of it is, advice stuff on my advice channel, obviously. Tutorials, which is just teaching you how to use some of the software, how to do some really cool things on Photoshop or After Effects or video editing or photo editing, or stuff with your computer that you could do you may not have known. And then my gaming channel sort of focuses on guides and walkthroughs. I mean, sometimes we'll have these fun little uploads or like little Let's Plays or stuff. But even so, a lot of times in those Let's Plays and those little fun videos, I tend to talk about things that some people may not know. I tend to give some insight. I tend to give my opinions. And I like that type of content. And even on my vlogs, I tend to talk about topics where I put my opinion out, where I try to give you guys a different perspective on things. And, the comments tend to be very good. Comments tend to appreciate what I do. And today in this world, there's not many people that appreciate you anymore. I tend to help a lot of my friends out and outside of YouTube. And a lot of them just don't really appreciate it. And it's not surprising because today's world is pretty messed up as it is. There's only a small population that is still, level-headed and, is actually genuinely caring about everyone. I've talked about certain topics in the vlogging channel where I've just described why I don't like a lot of this world. And like I was saying, a lot of the comments appreciate what I do, and YouTube is where I get that appreciation from. I like helping people. I like making these videos that, give people a different perspective, that help them out. And, I get that appreciation on here, and I really like connecting with you guys. So I kind of thought, why not? Let's take a shot. Let's go with this YouTube thing. Let's see where it brings us. And I gotta tell you, I've been surprised. Every month we've been increasing in views, we've been increasing in likes and comments, we've been increasing in everything, really. And it's really cool to see that happen. It's really cool to see that change. But one thing I never really liked is there's no way for me to really show you guys my appreciation. And, I guess, yeah, replying to comments and I guess continuously making videos, I guess that's how a lot of people do it. But a lot of my friends suggested to do a Patreon page, right? So the Patreon page I basically created yesterday. Well, I've had it created for a long time now. I've been editing it here and there. I basically completed it yesterday with the channel trailer. I wrote like a nice little post. They want you to write like, oh, why should you support this person? So I wrote like a nice little, I guess a good 3 paragraphs or 4 paragraphs, short paragraphs explaining stuff. And you'll probably see somewhat of a version of this video on that post. I'm better at writing than I am at talking, but then again, sometimes I talk better than I write. I'm not really sure. So if you want to get like the full story behind all this, you can read the Patreon post as well. But the main reason why I made this Patreon page is mainly just one, to actually get myself, a bit more revenue off of this whole YouTube thing. One thing I didn't like about regular donations, I've seen people would have like a PayPal donation button, but I always feel bad doing that kind of stuff because it never really gives anything back to the viewers. And I hate doing that type of stuff. It sort of makes it feel like I'm asking for money and not really giving anything in return, even though, the idea behind the whole PayPal donation thing is, hey, fund my videos so I can, just make more videos. But, if I was donating to someone, I just wouldn't feel, I don't know, I would probably want some perks, It'd be something cool. And Patreon allows you to do that. Many of you may not know, but AdSense, the ad revenue that you get off of YouTube is actually cut in over half. Well, it's cut in half basically. YouTube takes, I think YouTube takes like 45% of the cut, and we get 55% of the cut. It used to be a 35-65 split, but recently they've upped that, and that's kind of annoying. And some people are running ad block even nowadays, so getting revenue off of YouTube is getting harder and harder. And, you know, I really like doing this type of content. I like doing this type of thing. And some people have suggested a Patreon page. I made a Patreon page. And that sort of opens up the opportunity for me to get a more sustainable income. Because let's be real, as much as I love doing this stuff, and as much as I love making videos, if there's no real income, there's literally no way for me to even do this. With YouTube that I'm trying to do full-time, trying to see where it gets me, I can't really make any huge life changes like, you know, wanting to move out or wanting to get a brand new laptop where I can render things faster. God, the other day I was rendering, you know, 3 videos at once and then trying to record one at the same time. And I was like, I need more RAM, I need more RAM. I'm sitting on 6 gigabytes of RAM, and Premiere Pro takes up a huge amount of RAM when it's rendering, especially. God. So, you know, it's hard to make decisions like that because you don't know how well you're doing in the month till like the end of the month, and you know, some months you'll do better, some months you won't do as well. So that's sort of the real side on it. And I've seen other people's Patreon pages. I've tried to get some inspiration off of that. You know, I've never really done Patreon, never really done this whole donation thing. I know some people have had their like PayPal donation button up, but I always feel kind of bad doing that because, you know, no one really ever gets something out of it. I mean, you might get a thank you if I actually know who you are, if I actually, you know, see you somewhere in the comments section. But Patreon really allows you to interact with those people who support you, you know. If you pledge to it, I can actually know who you are. I can actually talk to you on there. It gives you some perks for it, you know. And I think that's really great. And just because of that, I really wanted to start this Patreon thing. If you go over there now, you'll probably see the page. You'll see some of the goals. I wouldn't pay too much attention to the goals. I read a lot about Patreon, tried to research a lot, and they said that, you know, if you have more than 2 goals or something like that, you may get more pledges. You know, let people know your goals is important. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll put my goals. Some of them are just there. If you want to read them, you can. That's sort of what your money is going to. It's obviously going towards, you know, this YouTube project, but more specifically, you'll see what it's actually going to. And you'll see the rewards underneath the goals on the right side of the page as well. And just some small perks. I think you guys would enjoy them. It's kind of hard to standardize rewards across all the channels because the Patreon page is basically for all the channels. So I will be adding more to the rewards section. I've just been skeptical about everything, sort of. I just want to try it out, see how it goes. If it goes really well, I'll definitely invest more time into it and try to, you know, refine the rewards a bit and stuff like that. But I think it's a great start. I kind of just want to see where it goes. You know, I kind of just want to see how things go from here because I do really want to try to make this YouTube thing full-time. Whenever people ask me, oh, do you do YouTube for full-time? It's kind of hard to answer because, you know, sometimes you'll get a really good month where you get like a lot of views, a lot of monetized views, a lot of a high CPM, a high click cost per click, a lot of a high rate per impressions, per 1,000 impressions. But some months you get like a really low, and it's like, well, it's not really sustainable. I think Patreon really helps it make a bit more sustainable. So for those of you who decide to even consider pledging, thank you, really appreciate it. And for those of you who do end up pledging, you know, it means a lot to me. You're really allowing me to do what I love, and you're on this journey with me to try and grow this thing together. I think I don't even know what words to use to describe my gratitude to you if you do. If you want to pledge something as low as $1 would even do, I'd appreciate it. But if you want to go higher, there are certain perks for you there. But as long as you're watching the videos on YouTube, that's all that really matters. Because, as I said already, ad revenue still comes in for me from YouTube views. And, you know, pledging on Patreon isn't mandatory. It's a nice gesture. I would really more than appreciate it. And you know, there are some benefits in it for you, so it'd be great if you did, but you never have to do that. It's just something I wanted to start. It's just a little project I wanted to give a go. I wanted to see how it would go. So don't feel bad if you can't pledge. There are some perks for you. There's nothing huge, crazy perks that's like super exclusive just to people. I mean, there's nothing like that you have to see or you must see. They're just small things on the side. You know, I'll probably upload some personal posts on Patreon that only Patreons can see. Some, you know, separate videos where they're a bit more personal, or some projects that I'm working on that people may see earlier. Or, you know, especially like this channel trailer idea right now, I'm basically keeping it open for all of you. But in the future, I may create stuff that I may want the Patreons to, you know, pitch in to help me out, to come up with some ideas, to talk about some stuff, some behind the scenes stuff. And I think for those of you who really want to support me, who really like the content I make, I think for you it'll be pretty much enjoyable because you'll get more of the stuff I do. You'll get a more of behind the scenes look, and you know, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna release yet, but you'll see the general outline in the rewards tier there, and the little perks for you. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. This video is being uploaded to all 4 of my channels. They'll just be in different formats. I think for the gaming channel, I'll probably have some gameplay in the background. For the tutorials channel, I'll probably have like me designing something in the background. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do it. You're obviously watching the video now, so you know how it is. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I encourage you to check the trailer out that I made. Link is in the description. And if you want to pledge, or if you want to consider pledging, or take a look at the Patreon page, there's a link in the description as well. I'm trying to make a subreddit because one of the perks I have is giving you a special subreddit flair. I think making a subreddit is also kind of cool because it basically opens something up for everyone to join in for conversation, for discussion, to be a bit more personal and talking through me. We'll see how it goes. A lot of stuff I just want to see how it goes. Maybe some of the stuff will completely fail and I'll just completely delete it all. Who knows? I didn't really know how to do this video. This is just all off the top of my head. I probably forgot something that I really wanted to say, and I'm probably going to remember it while editing. Yeah, I'm better at writing than I am at talking, which kind of sucks because I didn't want to make a script and just read it off. That's kind of lame. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for watching. As always, if you haven't subscribed to any of the channels yet, it just happens to be your first video, which will be really weird if this is your first video. I don't know why you'd continue watching always to the end. But for those of you who came this far and actually watched it, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. The music you heard in the background today, I just thought I'd throw it out there, is from one of my friends. He actually does some piano for Kingdom Hearts. This is basically a mock soundtrack. If you want to check him out, there'll be a link in the description. I'm not getting anything for this, just trying to help a friend out. If you want to check it out, link is below. Great soundtrack, sounds really great. And yeah, with that, that'll be pretty much it. And this is GS Man Smart, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.